Israel says the attacks came after militants fired on its soldiers. Gaza officials say children, women, and even a paramedic were among the dead. Hospitals report that 5 children and 7 women were killed in a single day. One strike wiped out almost an entire family, including a 10-day-old baby. Where is the ceasefire? Doctors in Gaza are asking, as airstrikes continue despite the truce. Since the ceasefire began, more than 550 Palestinians have been killed. According to Gaza health officials, Israel says 4 of its soldiers have died in the same period. Israel says it is targeting militant leaders and responding to attacks. Arab countries, including Egypt and Qatar, say Israel is violating the ceasefire. Meanwhile, movement through the Rafah border remains slow, with patients turned away and families stuck waiting. Some parts of the deal are moving, hostages have been released, aid has increased, but key promises like rebuilding Gaza and long-term security are stalled. For many in Gaza, the message feels clear: the ceasefire exists on paper, but the war feels far from over.
Russia says it is open to talks on nuclear security, but will respond strongly to any new threats. The warning comes as the New START treaty, which limits U.S. and Russian nuclear weapons, expires today with no replacement deal in place. Moscow blamed Washington for stepping away from the limits, calling the move mistaken and dangerous. Experts warn the treaty's collapse could spark a new nuclear arms race, with China likely drawn in. For now, the world's biggest nuclear powers have no rules left to cap their arsenals.
India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval played a quiet but key role in fixing ties with the U.S. and pushing forward a new trade deal, according to a Bloomberg report. Doval was sent to Washington after Prime Minister Narendra Modi met leaders of Russia and China, signaling India's intent to reset talks with the U.S. He told U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio that India wanted to move past differences and negotiate again. Soon after, tensions eased. President Donald Trump, who had earlier called India a dead economy and imposed 50% tariffs, praised Modi and spoke to him several times. Now, the U.S. has cut tariffs on Indian goods to 18%, removing extra penalties. In return, India agreed to buy $500 billion worth of U.S. goods, including oil. Both sides have kept details private, but Modi confirmed the deal, calling it a win for cooperation between the world's largest democracies. The takeaway: quiet diplomacy paid off, and trade is back on track.
Teenagers in North Korea have been executed or sent to labor camps for watching South Korean TV shows like Squid Game or listening to K-pop. According to new testimonies collected by Amnesty International, escapees say the regime treats South Korean culture as a serious crime. Some children were even forced to watch public executions as a warning. Punishment often depends on money and connections. Wealthy families can pay bribes to avoid harsh penalties, while poorer families face prison, or worse. Amnesty says North Korea's laws criminalize access to foreign media and violate basic human rights. Despite the risks, foreign shows and music are still widely watched, smuggled in on USB drives. The message from witnesses is stark. In North Korea, watching a TV show can cost you your life.